Hello, everybody. Good
Hey guys.
afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to another Maximize Monday. We are live. Today it is September the 29th, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
September the 29th. We were off last week, had some things to take care of, but we are here today, live and back with you all on Maximize Monday. Something we do every single Monday at 12 p.m. Just a quick uh, lunchtime discussion with you all. We hope that you enjoy them. Thank you for all of our regulars who watch and
Our
people
maximizers.
our max Jesus our maximizers. Uh, welcome to everybody. You look like your mom. The older you get, you know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I see it.
Uh-huh. Because y'all both be looking up like. You
Uh, that's very true.
both got that same look. I gotta see. Just
We both going blind. That's the problem.
I know. I know. Hey, Andre. Hey, Karen. How you doing? Welcome, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. If you haven't done so, we see the numbers climbing up. Please do us a favor and share this if you can, whatever platform you're watching it on. And of course, please like this video. We had great church. Oh, I wasn't in service yesterday. We had great church yesterday.
Yeah,
Is it still up on Facebook or YouTube? The whole service?
it is. Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I plan on watching it today. Uh, we had great church yesterday. Um, by the time I got back, y'all were leaving. Everybody was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to get back at least at 12:30, but got back too late. I had to preach out yesterday, but it was wonderful. Go back and watch on any of our platforms. And also last night's service, we were in Wilmington, Delaware, at the
Mm-hmm.
Victorious Faith Church with Pastor Lucette Smith. Bishop Course preached at that. That video should be on our Facebook page, right?
Yep, it's posted on our Facebook page, on Bethany's page, and then it's also shared onto our YouTube channel as like a post. It's not a
Post.
video itself, but it links
Okay.
over to where you can watch it.
Okay. Cool. So go back and check that out. So we had a full day yesterday. God's good. Eagles won. Um,
Yes.
I'm a little worried sometimes about them, but
They always kind of bring it
yeah,
through. So
yeah,
a win is a win.
yeah.
I'll
Look,
take it.
you take it as long as they keep improving
Yep.
as it goes on. Long year, still early. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but anywho, again, if you haven't done so, please do us a favor and share this if you can. We're excited about what God is doing. We're moving into October. Our church anniversary is next month, and you'll hear
Yep.
more about that next month. We're talking about advancing the kingdom. It actually starts this coming Sunday. Yeah. So it's baptism, communion this coming Sunday. Uh, as we're celebrating our church anniversary, trusting and believing God for great things as He continues to advance what He's doing in Bethany Church and all those who are connected to it.
Yeah.
All righty. We're coming to the end of the year. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. And
Yep.
usually around this time, we start talking about some of the things that we want to. Hey, Keith. Hey, Robin. We want to accomplish before the year is out.
Mm-hmm.
And Bishop did something was good last night talking about vision. Took a whole bunch of notes
Mm-hmm.
and how vision and the how the process go together.
Yeah.
And God will give you the end result. And something I told the church I preached at yesterday that there's a reason why God says, like, daily bread, because He doesn't want you focused on too much about tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on today, get through today. Not saying don't plan for your future, because vision gives you a future. What I'm saying is that as you go, God gives you bread, what you need along the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop said last night that God starts revealing more to you as you mature, as you grow.
Mm-hmm.
You're ready to handle what He wants you to see. And I'm saying all this to say, I think sometimes we just focus on the end result, but don't focus on the process to get you to said end result.
Yeah.
We just want to get there. I believe God's going to get me there. But what are you going to do? And what's your
What
part to get there?
are
You
you doing?
wake up and just there's a how. God gives a how.
Mm-hmm.
Guides you along the way, and he gives you steps to obey him along the way. And I think sometimes we forget about process and we forget about the how part. So, you could speak to that. I was kind of just introducing that. I'll be right back. It's cold in here.
Oh boy.
Good. All right, I'm going. Hold on. Wait.
No, it's true. Well, while you were saying that, one of the things I was thinking, in just about every aspect of our lives, we see how there is a process to things. It's like when you're cooking, like there's steps and ingredients. There's a process that has to happen in order for you to get to the end goal of what it is that you're trying to eat. And if you miss one step of that, or you use too much of an ingredient, what turns out isn't what you want. I remember one time I baked a cake and I thought I was following the process, but I missed a step in the cake.
Uh-huh.
It didn't end
What happened?
well. It turned out flat.
It turned out flat.
Uh-huh. But because I wasn't following the process.
Uh-huh.
So I was saying, like, we know throughout our lives that there is a process to things, but I don't understand why when it comes to um I don't know how the right word for it. But when it comes to those things where maybe we're expecting God to do a little bit more, we throw all that process out the window and what we're supposed to do in things and just expect for God to make it happen.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in the deep end of the pool?
Yep.
Create a little controversy. I think sometimes in deliverance, charismatic circles, which we preach deliverance, Pentecostal, all that stuff. So I'm not knocking the whole thing. I'm just talking about a portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
We hear so much about God's going to do it. It's coming soon. He's going to bring it to pass. But we teach it here, so we don't issue here. But you don't hear a lot about process in those things. So it's always,
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for God. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
waiting for him to do it. Wait for him to do it. And I'm not saying you take matters in your own hands. But what I'm saying is that if you want to be truthful to it, yeah, God's going to do it. But what part do you have to play
Mm-hmm.
in God doing it? But I mean, think about it. You talk to a lot of people, God's going to bless my finances. How? I don't know. He's going to do it. I just gave. He's going to do it. Well, you ain't talking about work. You ain't talking about business.
Yeah.
We want things by miracle.
Mm-hmm.
We want everything by miracle. So we just sit there and say God's going to do it, not what part am I going to play.
Right.
But I think it's easier to you know what it is. It feels like a repackaged message of back in the days to say I'm waiting for my ship to come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like. They took that message and put God behind it, and people still waiting. Because we just waiting for it just to.
Yeah.
Ain't got to do nothing. It's coming in soon, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's a total blame. I'm just sitting there saying that if we're going to teach this, sing it, we got to be truthful. This is
Yeah.
what it takes for you to get here.
Yeah.
God blesses the work of your hands. This is a process. This is protocol.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're sitting back waiting, like the book's not going to write itself.
Right.
The business is not going to market itself. I'm going to start a business. Everybody going to come. You ain't putting no flyers out. You ain't making no posts. You're doing nothing to market what you
It
have.
would be nice, but it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And it's just, especially like somebody just starting up. See, it's easy for somebody that already has a following to say, I came over here and this worked. Well, you brought like 30,000 people over.
Right.
I'm just like them, but they don't tell you the work it took for, and the time it took for them
behind the scenes.
Yeah, to get that. I just want, and we've been saying this for you. I just want a lot. Some people do tell the truth, but a lot of people who succeed in things need to tell the truth. This is what it took
Mm-hmm.
to get here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of blood, sweat, tears, frustration. I quit almost 3 times. It took me 5 years to get this done.
Yeah.
Have to be able to understand the process.
Yeah. So 2 things. My first thought is, the things that we work hard in and, really give a lot of ourselves to are the things that we value, I think, the most, right? But then the other part of that too, one of my favorite scriptures is Ephesians 3:20. God's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask or think according to the power that works within you. So that also places ownership in you as well, and being able to bring those things to process into fruition. And I think that helps us to find value in all the miracles and the things that God is doing in our lives that are exceeding abundantly more than what we thought would be able to happen.
Yeah.
So it's a symbiotic relationship. Of course, God does and can do all these wonderful things, but there's also a beauty in us being able to support that and making it what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And something he said last night is that God will give you the help you need along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Those the help you need at what juncture, but you have to start working the process for him to send the help that you need at that
Yeah.
juncture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound too reductionistic or sarcastic, but it's just that's literally what it is. That as you start walking, God gives you what you need in that moment. So he's able
Yeah.
to do that exceedingly abundantly, but you have to like start doing it so he can
Yeah.
exceed it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uh and because faith is not just simply I believe and that's it. I trust. That's all I got to do. That's I wish it was like that, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Um, I say it jokingly often. We think I just went to the altar. Oh, it's all gone. And I'm not saying don't go to the altar and leave it there, but know that deliverance is sometimes your daily, everyday overcoming it.
Mm-hmm.
That we want to just a magic trick of got somebody pray for me, and all of a sudden all my problems are gone. I ain't got no
Mm-hmm.
issue.
Mm-hmm.
This is a progressive journey of transformation and change.
Mm-hmm.
Like me going talking about you've been lying for 20 years. Stop lying. And me expect you to stop lying immediately. It just
Yeah.
some things you grow through and you mature out of. Not using it as an excuse to keep doing certain things,
Mm-hmm.
but transformation and change is challenging and it requires your participation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody been smoking for 30 years, all of a sudden they get saved. You want them to stop smoking within the first day they got saved. And it's like, no, just give them a chance to grow and develop.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a chance to mature, to evolve,
Yeah.
process is all a part of this.
And maybe a part of it also, when you talk about transformation, I was thinking about butterflies and how they cocoon,
Mm-hmm.
right, to become the butterfly. And so, and if you think about it, they're isolating themselves, they're separating themselves from everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then maybe that's something that you need to keep in mind as well. Not necessarily isolating ourselves, but withdrawing ourselves from those situations that might be keeping us
Mm-hmm.
stagnant or keeping us from making that transformation, you know, and actually getting to where we need to be. And I feel like that might be a hard part for some people because there's comfort in what we know.
Mm-hmm. There is. There's absolute comfort in what we know. And that's why God calls us out of our comfort
Hmm.
to go walk and stuff. And while you were talking, I think it's something that reminds me sometimes in scripture, we don't think about time frame.
Hmm.
So when we read something, we often don't consider the years in between the chapters. We just read, oh, well, in chapter 20, God said this. In chapter 21, it came to pass. And we look at it like it just,
Yeah, it just happened.
but
Yeah.
sometimes there's months or years in between one chapter to the next. But we assume it's just like
Hmm.
when the Bible says he when Jesus immediately healed somebody, we forget about all the time it took for Jesus to get to the person to heal them.
Hmm.
These things are
Yeah.
process and growth. I think sometimes we're like I still love Willy Wonka, the original.
Hmm.
We like the little girl, I want it now. And if it doesn't come now, I'm gonna throw a tantrum. You sing it in your head.
I am.
You
You
know,
can tell.
that's us.
Yeah.
And because we're in such a convenience, quick pace society, if it doesn't happen now, it ain't
Hmm.
work. When God knows how old you are, but also, are we doing our part to make sure? Hey, Keisha, are we making sure we're doing our part to make sure God brings it to pass?
Hmm.
A lot of us want stuff we're not ready for.
Hmm.
All of us, myself included. We always think we're ready. I'm learning the older I get, master where you are. That's your main focus. Master
Yeah.
where you are. Just stay consistent, be diligent, and do what you got to do, and let God open doors. And but if you can't master where you are, how can God trust you with more?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, faithful over a few, rule over many. Why would I give you something and you can't even take care of what's in front of your face
Mm-hmm.
consistently?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying we gotta be perfect, but better.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really true.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's just all of us need to do like a stewardship assessment. How well am I doing with what I was presently in front of my face? If I can't master this, and mastering doesn't mean I did it. Oh, it's been 2 weeks. No, mastering it means I'm taking my time with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working it. Because we're all evolving and we get better at things over time. And God knows what you need to be that thing. And maybe you're not ready for that thing. You're just ready for another dimension of where you are,
Mm-hmm.
mastering what you're good at. Because all of us have room for growth for everything. I could be a better preacher, better pastor. You can be this. Somebody can be a better leader. Somebody can be, all of us, just keep better person, keep evolving in those areas.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can't stay faithful,
Yeah.
master this. Stay right
It
here.
kind of makes me think a little bit of like what you spoke on, what we recorded today.
Mhm.
Being able to be happy where you are. So being able to master and be happy and satisfied, not neglecting the need to want to grow, but to be able to take where you are and to make the best out of it and be fulfilled in that before God's taking you to the next level.
Yeah, yeah. We have like Eve, and it's gonna whenever that comes out. Like Eve, we have a tendency to elevate an earthly thing to God's place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nothing wrong with wanting stuff. I am not saying nothing wrong if you need some more money, you want some more money. If you're single, don't want to be married, ain't nothing wrong with none of that stuff. But if that stuff is elevated to the point that is ruining your mood, you have it in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you don't want it, but if it's like completely, I don't like my life, meltdown because one area, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, bruh, sis, like Eve, you put this, it's too high up on the totem pole. Like I said, well, the video's gonna come out. Ultimately, God is the one that should be the thing we want the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been telling people for years, in whether it's singles class, a finance class, or whatever class, if you're not enough without it, you're never going to be enough with it. I know a lot of miserable people that have stuff because they thought that once I get this, I'm finally going to be happy. You happy for 3 months, and then all of a sudden you right
Mm-hmm.
back to diving right down into the dumps
Yep.
because it's going to eventually going to leave you empty.
Mm.
I heard a preacher say this years, if God isn't enough, then nothing else will ever be enough. I'm
Yeah.
paraphrasing, but if God isn't enough, nothing else will ever be enough. Sorry, because other it's gonna go up in smoke.
Mm.
You'll have it, you'll want it, you try to catch it, but it's elusive. No matter how
Yeah.
much you try to grab it, I want to be happy. You keep going for it. It's nothing because it just poof, goes up in smoke. God is the only solid, consistent thing we'll ever have in life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we build our life on a rock, not on the sand. And this is intentional of him making him the object of our desire.
Mm-hmm.
Because life slowly lures us away from him being an object to something else.
Yeah.
And it's so subtle. It's not until you're actually focusing on something else. You're like, dang, I don't lost my passion. Like, what
Hey,
happened?
how did you get all the way out here? Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody. I'm like, remember the day you first got saved and how you felt? You need to get that back. When you was excited about God, but somewhere along the way, especially once we start working in church, whew,
Mm-hmm.
what used to be joyous and exciting feels like a task because
Yeah.
we put in the wrong position.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm just in there ranting, but just I can't emphasize that enough. You can have it, get it, and after it's over, once the feeling wears off, you're back to being miserable again. How can I say this? I'm tired today, but some of us aren't on drugs, but we are on drugs.
Uh-huh.
It may not be weed, cocaine, or any of that stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
watch this. It could be an addiction to whatever,
Yep.
and that becomes a drug of your choice. It could be tension hungry. It could be whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to jail for that drug, but it's an addiction to something.
Mm.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here ranting, and I'm just saying, like
Yeah, it's all very true. Yeah.
it could become your driving force, and then you get it. It's like a drug addict. That's why they call what chasing the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
But you're trying to get that first high back, and you never get it back. It's never as good as the first time, as they say. And you keep getting, you got to keep doing more and more and more and more and more, and it keep getting let you down, let you down, let you down, and that temporary fix just. Sometimes you can lose your passion for God, and you got to reawaken that bad boy again.
Mm-hmm.
Church I was at yesterday, I told them you got to learn to put some logs on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's intentional. Like any relationship, you got to be intentional about keeping the fire going. Because if you don't, you could be married and be two people living in the house, but have no passion for each other. Because you're not being intentional about the fire and the log, putting logs on the fire. All right, I'm sorry. Great. My bad.
No, honest, I really don't got nothing. It's all very true.
Yeah. And God will let you pursue all that stuff. Y'all will see it when I do the Ecclesiastes video. He will let you go after it all. And what he'll do, he'll let you go after it and let you down every single time.
Yeah.
Until you finally realize he should be the object of your desire. He should be your first love. And God will let you go on your journey. Go on and go. You don't want me? I ain't gonna chase you. Go on, go. I'm gonna let it happen. You're gonna come back eventually. Like the prodigal son, I'll let you go out. But you're gonna find your way back again. Because it's gonna let you down.
Yeah.
All right. All hearts and minds are clear.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. I feel like we overcomplicate things too, so that when we do get so far out, it's like, well, how do I even get back? But it really is, like you said, God just wants us to love him because he loves us. So let's not make it so complicated. It's real simple. Come back to him.
Yeah. Prioritize them. You could have stuff. You can go out to the movies. You can read books, go to the gym, watch TV, play games. You can do all that stuff. Just don't put it above him. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Keep him first. And those things come in to make you happier. They don't come to be the source of your happiness. Because all of us have been there before, where you wanted something so bad, and when you finally got it, you were like, "That's it." You had higher expectations. Like, once I get this, it's going to be, whoo! And then after you get, you're like,
"Now what?"
Now, right, exactly. Like, now what? There's no real satisfaction there. It was cool, but it did nothing for you in the long term. This is where God is like, "Yo, I got you. I'll give you more satisfaction than you ever had." And then those things come on to help you be happier. But I think sometimes we're addicted to the short-term pleasure. Because this thing gives me a short-term burst of enjoyment. But here's the problem. It makes you, it's like digging a hole. It makes you emptier and emptier and emptier. Now you're more disappointed because it just makes it worse. I heard somebody preach say this years ago. God's presence is the only presence that can satisfy you and make you want more of it at the same time. His presence is the only thing that can satisfy that need for him, but also create a deeper need. That's what it is. Because in God, you feel, ooh, that was good. I want more of it. But you feel satisfied though. It's like I'm talking about a real move of God in church. Like, I'm talking about emotional. I'm talking about God really touched you.
Mm-hmm.
You walk for days. That thing is just like, wow, I want more of that. But you feel satisfied even though you want more.
Mm-hmm.
That's what God wants. And I don't know if you ever experienced, I have. That service was so powerful. I walked out days. I'm still just like in a daze. Like Tuesday, I'm still like, whoa, let's do that again. But it felt so satisfying. Because God knows how to fill a hole, but create a deeper desire for him where it's not toxic. It's not crazy. It doesn't make you miserable. It actually makes you more grounded and more satisfied.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
All right. That's good stuff. I think
I'm back to your first love.
Yeah. And it's so easy to get distracted because we're looking at how other people are doing and what you think you can copy.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's founded in God and ours isn't, it's not going to be the same.
Yep. And we don't know the behind the scenes of that person's life. They could be absolutely miserable. We have no idea. Come on. No idea. All right. What's up? Oh, yeah. Good. Okay. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this today. Hope it's all made us think and consider some things. Be intentional about God first. Be intentional about your prayer life. Intentional about your word life. Intentional about running to him first. Thanks for joining us, Tay. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Tay Marie. I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. Thank you for coming on today. And for those who came on for the first time, those who are regulars coming back, hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk more about this next week. At least I think so. We always say that and talk about a different topic. But I believe this is the season where God is drawing us back to him. I'm talking about universal. As a people, we've gotten so Americanized and so consumer driven, where it's more about what we can get from God rather than him.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about what I can get from him. If I can get this. Nothing wrong with receiving from God. Nothing wrong with expecting God to move in your life. But what about him? Because when you got him, he starts bringing everything else.
Yeah.
And it's, we got to, as Paul says, having God and being content is your greatest gain. Again, nothing wrong with wanting enough money to pay your bills and go on vacation. I'm not saying that. We all want that. To be able to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and have some money to enjoy. And nothing wrong with that. Make money. Go do your thing. I'm just saying God priority.
Right.
That's it. All right. Let me stop. We're going to start preaching beyond until 1 o'clock. Hope y'all enjoyed this today. We'll be back next Monday at 12 noon. We'd love to see you all for another Maximize Monday. Tonight we have our Embrace class at 7 o'clock online in person. Tomorrow there's nothing tomorrow night, right?
Right, because it's Fifth Tuesday, so there's nothing scheduled.
Yeah, so Fifth Tuesday is nothing scheduled tomorrow. We do a Bible study Wednesday, 12 noon in person, as well as at 7 p.m. online and in person on Wednesday at 7. Of course, On Point this coming Saturday, and we have baptism communion this coming Sunday, first Sunday as we start church anniversary. All right, anything else?
No, these are the next. I think this is the best part of the year coming up, so I'm just really excited. Well, I mean, it's already been candy corn season, but I love these next 3 months of the year, and I'm excited for how that's going to unfold in church, starting with our church anniversary.
Oh, you were talking about church. I thought you were going to talk about like your fall love and all that stuff like that.
No, I was keeping it holy.
I'm all right. It's going to be a great time in Bethany Church. So you all have a great day. God bless you. God keep you. See you later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.